Hello, welcome to the co-living webinar. My name is Yuri Gomez with Queen Homes, and we welcome you to this first ever webinar about co-living that is going to be very interesting. And my name is Yuri Gomez with Queen Homes, and of course my beautiful partner in life, in business, in everything, the beautiful Yanira Suarez. Yanira, say hello to everybody.
Why do I hear an echo somewhere? Good afternoon, everybody. So happy to be here in our first webinar, like my husband said, of co-leading, and we're so excited. We know that you're going to have many questions, and it's going to be incredible. We are behind the scene also with everything happening at the same time. So if you see bloopers, don't worry. That means that we're actually sitting here today. This is not recorded.
This is live.
This is live right now, and we're so excited. With Queen Homes, we have been able to put together this project for people like you today that are looking for the best way to maximize your investment money. So we created this product that we're going to introduce to you guys today. So take notes and ask questions.
Absolutely. So I'm going to go ahead, and I know that you already saw 7 minutes of our story. This is where we started as Queen Homes. We always like to share it so that you know where we come from, what makes us different as a builder. But I know that you came because you're intrigued about how does this co-living work.
Yes.
We've got so many. I think in one of the posts that we put in, we got like 350 comments, people fighting with each other. I mean, it's a very controversial. So we're going to be talking about what is it, and we're going to give you all the information. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here really quick. And let me see if we already have the screen in this live on the big screen.
Yeah, we have it right here. I can see it because I'm also watching the same thing that you guys are.
That's not what we're
but
saying.
That's not yours. The
So
one that you're sharing.
we're just going to share with you guys
Yes.
the screen really quick, and let us know when we're at. Okay, we're on. So the co-living revolution: double your income and your return on investment. So we're going to be talking about what is co-living and what's how you can benefit from it as an investor, right? This particular webinar is for investors, not necessarily for people that are going to be living there,
Yes.
but people that are going to be taking advantage of the return on investment that this gives you, okay? And by the way, we have a second of these webinars in Spanish at 7 p.m. in case that you're speaking Spanish. Maybe you're like, hey, I thought this was in Spanish. We have a 7 p.m. in Spanish. Before we start, I just wanted to show you here that we have a webinar exclusive offer. At the end of this webinar, you need to stay till the end, because at the end, we're going to do a cash to cash match. What is that? We're going to let you know. But it's only going to be available on the webinar, and you're going to find out exactly how it works and how you can take advantage of this cash to cash match promotion that we're going to be giving in the next 30 minutes or so. So talking about our corporate profile with Queen Homes, mi amor, if you want to talk a little bit about that, that would be amazing.
Sure. All together as a company, we've been in the business since 2006, many years ago. We started very young, by the way. And we have both companies. We have the real estate side, and we have the Queen Home side, which is the construction. I am the real estate agent and owner of the Yanira team that conducts all the sales and property management side for rentals, as well for all the properties that are built with Queen Homes, and also mortgage broker with about 150 agents. We serve from South Florida to Northeast Florida, and we have my amazing husband here conducting everything that has to do with construction in Queen Homes, the president and CEO of Queen Homes.
So the corporate profile, what it talks about on Queen Homes, we've been here since 2013. We've done over 300 projects. If this is the first time that you hear about us, I know we have people from all over the United States. 30 years of combined real estate experience. In real estate transactions, since 2006, we've done over 7,500 transactions. And I think that's what makes us very different, because we have the know-how on the real estate side, the mortgage side, and also the construction side. We're members of the Greater Orlando Builder Association. as well as the National Association of Builders. And we're a proud member of the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. We're a trustee of the Hispanic Chamber of Orlando. And we're also part of the Association of Professional Builders, which is a worldwide association of custom builders that we do as well. And it tells you this slide also in the first quarter of 2026, we had about 12 projects under construction and about 9 projects in permitting. So it gives you about the scope of what we're handling right now as far as volume of construction. Some people ask us, hey, there's a lot of people now asking for this co-living. I want 5 homes. I want 10 homes. We can certainly handle that for you guys. So, and the next one is, this is why we are a different kind of builder. We're a family of real estate companies that guide you in every aspect of the transaction. So, Yanira, I don't know if you want to talk about this really quick.
So like I said before, Queen Homes obviously is the builder. And this matters because the majority of the builders out there, they just build you the home or the investment property and you're on your own. You don't know what's happening in the market. You don't know if it's going to be rentable or what plus value you're going to have later through the years in the property that you're building with them. So building with us, you have the company of Yanira team, which is the #1 mega Latino team in LPT for Florida. And like I said, we have over 150 agents that you can assure that your property is going to be either rented or resold in the future by the real estate side. We're going to also teach you what would be, or show you, guide you, I should say, what should be the property that you should build in your lot. If for instance, you actually own the land, you're not going to just pick a house, any house to sell. We're going to tell you what's happening in the market. What is the plus value of that property in the next 5 years? What is your exit strategy? What is the price point that you should have? And what is the rentability and the return on investment that you're going to have? We also have Pool Media, which is our marketing company. That is also important because once you're investing in real estate, you want to be with a company that is going to be able to put your property out there in the best way possible, visible for the audience that you want to capture, not only locally in Florida, but United States and internationally as well. We have the lending side with Yes Lending. We have New American Funding, which is a national lender with over 150 banks with hundreds of different programs of lending opportunities for you, for construction, and also for the people that will be interested in purchasing your property in the future. And why University, we also teach our clients a lot of times want to become to this side, to the part of the real estate side, and we have the school to teach you to become a real estate agent as well. So this partnership helps you to know that you're actually handling your property in every aspect of it, just not picking a home and just building with a builder company.
Definitely. So in here, we're showing basically the team really quick. We have obviously our operations manager, Brett Crawford, an amazing general contractor. He's the one that basically runs all the construction for us. Rafael Melendez is one of our superintendents, as well as Rafael Gonzalez. We have a lot of Rafaels here. Rafael Gonzalez is the one that does our due diligence. So at the end of this webinar, we're going to be giving a special on certain lots that we have already vetted, and we know how much it's going to take to build, and you're going to be able to choose from one of them and have a special promotion for the webinar. So he's the one that does that due diligence for us. What is the elevation of the lot? Does it have utilities? Do we need to bring water, power? What is it that we need to do? So he helped us with all of that. And we also have the sales side with Raya, obviously our sales team leader. Jonathan is an inside sales coordinator, and our staff. And we always like to mention that because when we finish the webinar, maybe you have more questions or things like that. They will be one of the ones that will be talking to you.
Actually, I would like to ask you a question that I think that people will have it immediately thinking that they already own the lot. Why is it that the due diligence is so important? People tell me all the time, I own the lot and I know that I can build a single family home, so I don't have to do due diligence. Why is that so important?
That's important because you need to know what are your utilities. You need to know what is the elevation to see if you need a stem wall. You also need to know whether the house is going to fit or not. You need to have zoning. Now, the worst thing that you can do is build or buy a lot without a builder. If you already maybe inherit the lot or you bought the lot 20 years ago, 10 years ago, we can do the due diligence, because the only way a builder can give you a price is giving the due diligence.
Mhm.
If you meet a builder that just looks at it and says, this is what it is for the house, run, because most likely they're going to run out of money because they don't really know what they can do on the lot. But that's what the due diligence does for us. And the lots that we have that we're going to offer today, we already did that. So we know what it's going to take to build. We know about utilities, and that's what we can give you a set price on those lots. I also wanted to mention, wanted to show you, this is one of the homes that we have built. We also do custom homes as well. So you're seeing on the screen, just wanted to give you a little bit of taste of the type of homes that we do. There's a little delay on YouTube from what we're looking here, but now you're seeing it, I think. So that is a home that we built in Bogotá about 7 years ago, and for about I think 1.8 million, $2 million. So we also are a custom builder. Why is that important to you? Because of the elevated finishes that we do on every single one of our projects. So as you can see on that home is beautiful, 12-foot ceiling. Obviously, this was customized for a client that they wanted. Beautiful kitchen, pool, and everything else. And then now I'm going to show you a duplex. So we also do multifamily properties. This is not what the webinar is about today, but we wanted to show you also what we do. This is our petite duplex, which is a model that has a flat roof, each side, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,500 square feet. Now you're seeing it on YouTube with a little delay. So this home, as you can see, is a flat roof, and very popular. We just finished about 8 of them in the Ocala Citrus area. So if maybe you say, Yuri, I love the co-living, it's not for me, I want a duplex, definitely we can do that for you, and we can do even bigger project. Just to let you know, well, on a duplex starting at, you need about $160,000 to $170,000. So this product that we're launching today, co-living, you're gonna need a lot less than that. Actually, right around $99,000. And it has a higher return on investment. So a lot of people are flocking to this because it's something that if you're strictly going to use it for investment, it's an amazing return on investment. Although Yanira now has clients that want to build this property, this co-living property as a primary home.
It's amazing. It's different. Just muted? Okay. It is the perfect way for you to become a homeowner and an investor at the same time, which is very difficult because the majority of the time the projects that are multifamily are not qualified for the lenders as a first-time home buyer because they're considered commercial. This project, you can actually buy it for yourself to live in with your 3.5% down payment with an FHA loan, exactly as I'm saying it right now, for you to live, and you can rent all the other 3 master suites so you can live for free and have an FHA program financing for your property and make money and have your property of investment at the same time. But before we continue, I want to remind you to please, this is our first webinar in YouTube today. So I want you to please like and subscribe in the channel because we're going to have a lot more of this coming up every month probably. So I don't want you to miss any of the opportunities that we're going to introduce in the future. So please like and subscribe, and you are able to write your questions right now, and we want to answer live.
Absolutely. Put your questions on the chat.
Yes.
And we will answer all those questions at the end. So why invest in Florida? Let's really get down to the information that you came today to see. Why invest in Florida? A lot of people ask, we have people from actually outside the United States. I think we have people here from Dubai, from Qatar. So these are the 3 main reasons why. Number 1 is the highest population growth in the state. Out of 50 states, Florida is the state with the highest population growth. Why? Because we have people from all South America, We have people from the north, New York, Massachusetts, New Jersey, all this area moving into Central Florida. The statistics, according to the last census, is about 1,000 people a day. That's about 30,000 people a month that they have to live somewhere. And not necessarily everybody can buy.
Yeah,
A lot of people rent for the first year, for the first 2 years. So they see what area they want to be at, or they can afford to buy it, or they don't have the credit to buy, so they can rent. I don't know if you want to talk about the number 2.
¿Dónde estamos? Where are we at? Okay, number 2. Florida is a landlord state. I love this one. But talking about statistics, right now, only 12% of the people or population in Florida have capacity of purchase. I want to tell you this because as an investor, that's something that you want to know. That means you will have capacity of rental constantly to keep renting your property over and over and over. But number 2 talks about the landlord state. This one is very important for investors, especially when you are already an investor and you have properties in the north. New York, for instance, is not a landlord state. It's a tenant state, meaning that it is very hard to evict anybody that has not paid you the rent for months and years, like it happened back in the pandemic time, where people just stayed in the apartments and no one could take them out of the apartment because the law will protect the tenant. It's not the same here in Florida. Here, on the 3rd day, your tenant has not paid, you can definitely have the sheriff take their stuff out and you have your property back and rent it again. Actually, this is part of what the property management does already for you, that we also have a partnership with for the last 7 years, that it has a great program for all of our investors that will protect you also in this process if it were to be happening with one of your properties. So that's amazing to feel safe that you're investing in something that you're not going to have those issues afterwards.
Also, Florida does not have a state tax.
Yes.
If you're not from the States, you may not know that states like California, like New York, they charge you an additional tax, which is the state tax. In Florida, it's a very investor-friendly state. You don't have a state tax, so you don't have to pay. You only got to pay the federal tax, the IRS, but you don't have to pay an additional. I think in California, it's around between 8 and 12%. New York, but it's about the same. And the mayor now wants to increase it even more. Yeah. So if you have investment properties in those states, you're double taxed on your gains, not in the state of Florida. And also, Florida is voting to have a no tax in real estate, which is incredible. What that means is not only we don't have a state tax, but in October, that Senate already passed it. In October, now all the people of Florida that live in Florida like us are going to vote whether we want to continue to pay real estate taxes.
Everybody better vote no.
I don't know who's going to vote yes. So what does that mean? That means that the payments on everybody's mortgage will go down because you wouldn't have taxes for your home. Yes. If you pay your home 100% in cash, or you paid it off, you don't have more taxes to pay. Your zero payments, only your insurance, if anything. So that is an amazing, amazing feature. And now because Florida passed it, Texas is trying to pass it as well in other states. And another reason why also Florida is doing that is because Florida has a surplus. Like they were showing last year, California lost somewhere around $11 billion in their budget. Florida made about $4 billion in profit. So it's a state that is very, very well run. And number 3, climate and diversity.
Beach, sand, amazing weather. I don't know where you're at right now, but you know that Florida has one of the most amazing beaches all over the place, especially in the area of Tampa and so on. So we're very close by. Miami, everybody knows about Miami as well. We're very close by as well. So it is a great place to have a lifestyle for investors and for homeowners as well.
Of course, and we're showing the presentation on the large screen, right?
Yeah.
Yes, we are. This is what we're looking at right now.
Yeah, it doesn't show the presentation right now.
Yes.
So I will wait for the presentation to
Remember,
show.
remember to like and
Okay.
subscribe. Remember to like and subscribe so you don't miss any of the announcements that we're going to continue doing in this channel and further webinars that we may have in the future.
So what is co-living? Finally, we got to this. Let's talk about really what you came here for. What is co-living? Okay, there's 4 ways that we can look at that. So basically, it's private spaces and more efficient use of housing. So for many years, by the way, we haven't invented this. We're refining it with new construction. For many, many years, there's been people that have been trying to flip homes that, unfortunately, there's no money right now in Central Florida, at least on Florida, on flipping homes. So they've been keeping the homes. And maybe you live in Miami, for example, you see everybody makes an apartment in the garage. And then they take one of the bedrooms and they put a door, but one air conditioning for the whole house. So everybody's hot, everybody's cold. And then you're sharing bathrooms.
That's crazy to me.
With other people.
Yeah.
So maybe you're living in one of those right now and you're like, yes, I do. And it could be rough in the mornings, right? If you're living with other 3-4 people and you're sharing a bathroom, you're sharing the AC. But that is what it is. It's basically, here the definition is co-living is a modern house model where residents rent private bedrooms in a house. When you do it from used homes, you're trying to kind of making it work. What we did is basically we design and we solve all the problems that co-living has on old homes, and we put it on new construction. So the only thing that you're really sharing is the kitchen, and the laundry. Okay, and we're actually going to show you the model, the first model that we have. Number 2, it's really a perfect timing because Florida, as it says here, has a large short sale of affordable living. More and more rentals continue to go up. In the area that we are going to show you, lots that we have available for this type of product, the homes are renting for about $2,000 to $2,300. There is no rentals cheaper than that. This satisfies this because there's so many people that are on fixed income that maybe are like traveling nurses, that students, truckers that sometimes they don't need a full house. They live on the truck, they go everywhere, but they want to be somewhere that they could stay and be there for 1 week a month. So this basically satisfies that. Actually, according to the statistics in Florida, the rent has gone up about 50% in the last 3 years.
That is insane.
Yeah. There's areas where there's nothing cheaper than maybe $2,800, $3,000 in rent. So this definitely helps that necessity and that shortage for so many thousands of people that need to have an affordable rent.
That's the same with the apartment complex. I mean, you don't find anything. Even a studio apartments are $2,200, $2,500. So there's many people that need affordable living in the rental side. And one of the parts that I love about this is the return on investment capacity. We've been doing this again since 2013. We have gone through the market. We have gone through the ups and downs. And one investment that you never lose is in real estate, for sure. Whether it goes up or down, 5 years, 3 years, 10 years, everything changes and moves around. You never lose in real estate because it's a tangible asset that you have, that it will always fluctuate with the economy together. And there's always a need for living. We are people, so we need a place to live always, renting or owning. But to see the return on investment on this one, I'm not going to say it yet because I want you guys to see the spreadsheet, but it's incredible. You can make 4 times or more on return versus a regular rental long-term in a single family home alone 1 unit.
Yeah, because instead of having a 3-bedroom, 2-bath that you're renting to one family, now you have a 4-bedroom that you're renting to 4 people. So obviously the rental capacity doubles, basically. So, and last thing, happier tenants. Why? Why they're happier? Number one, they're living on a brand new property that was designed and engineered for that. And when I show you the home, you're gonna know what I mean, because basically we solve every problem that co-living has had in old homes, and we've designed and engineered a home here at Queen Homes, where obviously we've been building for so many years, that we've designed it in a way where people can actually enjoy that and have their privacy, and have the control of their lives they want. Maybe for a year they want to save money so that they can buy a property in the future. So many people that are looking for this type of
Not
tenant.
only that, but people are already doing the co-living thing.
Oh, of course.
They're just calling it roommates.
Mm-hmm.
But people are all over the place already living this lifestyle, trying to save money, number one. Number two, trying to live a better quality of life versus having a high mortgage and not being able to travel or, go around and do whatever they want. So this is already an existing living style that we have provided a new home where they can be satisfied and not feel like they're living in the garage.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And who rents these properties? Could be students, traveling nurses, construction workers. Oh my God, I hear all the time. We always are in construction. We have so many construction workers that are single. They move from Texas. They move from this. Electricians, and they don't have a family yet, and they just want something nice that they can live and save money and not having to rent a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home, right? So single young people starting their careers, truck drivers, young just married couples, so many people that want. And when I tell you how much the rent is, you're really going to understand this. So I think that we're clear with co-living. If there's any questions on YouTube, maybe if you can put it on the screen and we'll look at it. If you have a question, just put it on the chat and we can answer your questions for sure.
And like and subscribe, okay? Don't forget about that, like and subscribe.
So what are the differences between moving into an old property where it's being rented by room or a new construction? So the advantages of new construction is, number one, for the investor, you have no repairs because it's all brand new, okay? No out-of-pocket expenses, instead of trying to make it work on an old home where if the AC breaks, everybody is hot, right? And not hot of good looking, hot of hot in Florida. Tenants prefer to live and pay a premium rental in brand new properties, even on properties that we do for multifamily, for example. A lot of people pay a premium because they are basically, they have that new home feeling. They know that they're not going to have leaks in the roof. They're not going to have rats or they're going to have problems with old kitchens or appliances that are old or AC that don't work. This is all brand new. And this is a home that is designed and engineered for this, where all bedrooms have their own bathroom. So we have designed a home where you have 4-bedroom suites.
They're master suites.
They are master suites completely. Very spacious with their own bathroom. So you have your own privacy with your own AC controls. So instead of we had a lot of comments and people said, oh, I tried that, and the landlord always had the house at 80. Oh my God, what a nightmare.
I will be complaining as well.
Yes, 80, wow. So in here, you are gonna have your own AC unit for your room and a fan. So basically, you can get as cold as you want at night. You can get as warm as you like. We have it engineered for that.
I hear a lot of people, and probably right here in the webinar, that they might be thinking, I can still do that with a flip. I can buy, a foreclosure property and just divide it and put an AC unit, the little ones that goes on the window, whatever. And I can do the same. What will be the difference, truly the difference versus, getting a flip very, very cheap in foreclosure and doing it themselves versus actually buying a property like this that is designed for this?
Well, first of all, there's no cheap in foreclosures.
Yeah.
Properties right now that are going on foreclosure, they're basically selling for almost the same or very close to the same of appraisal. Mm-hmm. So we're not on the market where we're inundated with foreclosures like in 2008. So there's no cheap foreclosures. The only thing that I see cheap, for example, they send me a house from Ocala from 1962. Roof gotta go new, AC new, stucco new. All the plumbing has to be done, and it's still a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. So you will have to not only put $50,000-$80,000 in repairs, $50,000 to $80,000 in repair, where you can actually invest on this brand new home for $99,000, including the lot.
Mm-hmm.
So old home where you gotta put maybe 40, 50,000 down payment, pay your closing costs, $40,000 in repair, and then hope that it works, as opposed to a brand new construction for $99,000, including the lot. If you already have the lot, you could probably only need about $75,000, and you're gonna see the numbers now because we designed it for that. Another thing, for example, that you cannot do in an old home from the 60s, 70s, or whatever, is the insulation.
Uh-huh.
We upgrade all the insulation in all the walls and the roof to foam insulation, and that's very hard to do. I'm not gonna say impossible, but you will have to
costly.
You have to gut the house to do a new insulation. Also, let's say if it's a 3-2, then you still have people sharing bathrooms.
And I remember this investor that built this house with us, single family home, 4-bedroom, 2 bathrooms, I remember. And it had a septic. And that is designed for a certain amount of people that are going to live in the house. And in less than a year, they were calling us, oh, the septic is not working. How dare you? This is a new home. And we actually found out that the renter of the investor was sub-renting to 15 people in one house. So obviously that septic is not made to take care of 15 people. So when you do this already designed for that,
correct,
that's the difference versus buying an old house that is not prepared for that amount of traffic in any possible
Neither the AC, the plumbing, or the water, or the sewer is prepared for you to have, let's say, 4 tenants or 5 tenants or 6 tenants on a home that had 3 bedrooms. And that's where the problems come in. And you got to continue to repair and repair and repair. So that's one of the issues. And also, you have a faster appreciation than an old home. This is a brand new construction. It's always going to appraise for about 15 to 20% more than an old home. So it's going to look and feel and appraise a lot better than an old home. Now,
what are the risks?
What are the risks? Because you might be thinking, Yuri, it can't be that this is all perfect. No, it's not perfect. Like any investment, there's always risk. If you don't want risk, leave your money in your mattress, or leave it in the bank, because it's obviously you're gonna make zero. So obviously, when there's risk, that's the reason why you have the reward. You have risk and reward. So what could go wrong? What things could go wrong if we want to talk about that? To be very honest, number one is a construction delay. Normally, these homes we can build between 6 to 8 months. If there's a delay, maybe it could be 10 months. So that's a risk. Now, obviously, that risk is already calculated because on the numbers that we give you, we're actually showing you the interest on the construction for 12 months. So even worst case scenario, it's gonna continue to get paid until I'm done. So that's how we mitigate that risk. Risk number 2 is the repairs. Could there be repairs? Well, we're mitigating that with a warranty. So we give you a full 2-year warranty of mechanical, electrical, plumbing, and 10 years of structural. So a roof, trusses, everything basically that is structural in the home. So repairs, you really gotta worry when it's an old home that you're trying to make it work. In this, if there's any problems, basically we repair it, and even after we come out of 2 years with the insurance or the warranty that we pay, it basically either replaces it, repairs it, or replaces it if anything were to happen. And lastly, vacancy. That's a risk with any rental property. What happens if you have a 3-2 and you rent it to one family? The exposure that you have in there, and you may already have several of those, and I'm sure you've experienced, the family left. Now you have zero income. How are we mitigating that risk here? You have 4 tenants. If one of them left, you're still making money.
Yeah.
So the more tenants that you have, the more insulated of risk you are. Very hard for you to lose 4 tenants.
At the same time.
Could it happen? Well, I mean, COVID happened. Anything can happen.
Or maybe they were family related. I don't know.
Unless you put 4 people that are all the same family. But in this one, you basically insulate a little bit of the risk, because if you have 1 tenant, even if you lose 2 tenants for a week, for a month, let's say, because these tenants rent long term. But let's say you lose 2 tenants in 2 months. With the other 2 tenants, you're still paying for everything. So you are very, very insulated with vacancy rates. Okay. So, and again, I want to remind everybody, we have a webinar exclusive offer, and we have 7 lots at the end of this webinar.
We had 10
7
yesterday.
lots. No, we only have 7 now.
Wow.
We have 7 lots that are available right now that already we do the due diligence. We have some in Citrus County, and I think we have 2 in Polk County by Kissimmee that are very, very also interesting. Different prices, of course, and we'll be talking about that. So I wanted to let you know that. Stay till the end so you can see how much you can save if you are ready to make a decision. Because let's talk about this. What happens if you don't make a decision today? You maybe have been thinking about this the last 10 years, the last 5 years. You know how many income you would have had already? So what happens if you don't make a decision now and you wait another 5 years? You forget about us, you go around your life, you have a good life, you have savings, in the next 5 years, and then you decide to do that. The amount of rent that you would have made and how much the property would have gone up on value, you're losing hundreds of thousands of dollars. So that is what you should be thinking of when you're talking about if you're ready to make a decision today or not.
I think that when people still doubting themselves about making the decision on investing, either it's their first investment and they're really scared, afraid, because that's the money that they have saved for the first time to do the investment. Or if you're already an investor, you're probably in the same wave that there's a lot of people, because of whatever you see in the news or whatever you may think is happening in the universe or however. And the truth is that if you are an investor already, you know that no matter how the economy or what may be happening in the world, you have gone already through those waves up and down, and you know the stability that you can have with investing in real estate versus investing in crypto or stocks or bonds or however other investments are out there that are totally volatile all the time. So keep thinking about it. It's not going to make you money, and it's not going to change the stability or the disstability that you may have in your finances or the future or legacy that you wanting to build.
And this is a Sovereign 4. This is a Sovereign 4 model, which is the new model that we've been talking about today. Yanira wanted balloons and stuff like that. I couldn't bring them.
I wanted fireworks. It's so cute, and I'm so excited about it. It's the first time that we're actually bringing a product that we know meets all the expectation of our investors. So I'm excited.
Definitely. So these are the numbers that we're going to be talking about, this model in particular. Don't worry, we're going to give you prices. We're going to give you return on investment. We're almost there. So this is a Sovereign 4. So this is a modern ranch architecture. This is how it's going to look, because we wanted to also not make money, not only make money, but also that it looks beautiful.
Yes.
Then when somebody comes in and says, oh my God, I want to live there, right? And that in the future, when you have an exit strategy, somebody's going to say, oh my God, that's a pretty house. Not only makes money, and it makes me over 22% of return on investment, but also it's a pretty home. So you see, this is the main entrance of the home. So everybody has access to the main entrance, okay? And you see the double windows. We're going to also show you what's included in all our homes. We're also going to design always the parking. Sometimes it's going to look like this, or maybe just one wide one in the middle, but it's always going to be designed for at least 4 cars for the 4 rooms.
I think we haven't mentioned, though, that we're making sure that we're building these projects in non-HOA areas.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So you don't have to worry about where they're going to park, or what if they have a jet ski, what if they have, it's open for you to be able to rent it to whomever, because it's going to be areas that don't have HOA, no restrictions whatsoever.
Absolutely. So let us show you really how this works.
Let's see it, Alejandro. Let's show it.
Finally, we're a little behind on YouTube always, because I already changed, but it hasn't changed on YouTube. But there's a little bit of a lag. But let me show you. There it is.
Yay!
So this is the Sovereign 4. So Yanira, maybe you explain 3 of the features. I'll explain 3.
So
go ahead.
My 3 favorite ones are, number 1, that each master suite, as you can see, has an outside entrance. And this is pretty cool because not only they can have and share the main entrance, but they can directly get into the home and just go immediately into their master suite without having to go to the common areas. Those doors are going to have keypads for security that only the person that is renting that unit is going to have access to get in. So I think that covers privacy. The second point that I love about it is that, well, I wanted to say what I love about it.
Oh, she's going to say what she's going to love about it.
Yes.
I see. Not what I pointed out here.
He can talk about that. He loves to go line by line. I don't. I like to be creative.
I can see that.
So what I love is the fact that these rooms are 13 by 13 average. Yeah. So if
oversized rooms, like master.
Well oversized master. We're not talking about the little rooms of the kid in the 3-2 or whatever. Mm-hmm. So it's an amazing suite. And number 3 for me again is that it actually has walk-in closets in the unit. So you have the basics in a master to be your suite, where you can actually have a sofa, an extra area for you to exercise or have the TV or so on. So I think that is incredible. Now you can go with whatever you wrote.
She did half of one, 3/4 of another. What am I going to do with her? So, number 1, 13 by 13, you can see that it fits the bedroom and a desk area. There's a lot of people actually that rent these that they work remote. They work from home. So you have the desk area. Number 2 is that you have a full master with your own shower, completely for you. So you have like your own hotel suite, let's say. You have a big closet inside the bathroom, double side doors, okay, sliding doors in the bathroom. Plus, you have the walk-in closet.
Yeah.
So that is your suite. Also, you have your own AC unit in your area, and you have a fan. So you're going to be able to control your own temperature on each room. Nobody bothers you. Nobody tells you go up, go down. This is what it is.
Do we have any questions on Instagram by any chance? Or TikTok? Because we have a separate the phones taking care of that.
Yeah, let us know if you have any questions, please, and we'll be more than happy to answer. Also, something else that we did, we included a patio in the back, a 10 by 10 patio, so that you can have your own barbecue. If you see those little 2 round things, that's a barbecue. So you can have a barbecue there, and you can spend time out there. You have also a dining room, that is a common area. You have the laundry, which is a common area. And the kitchen, we designed 4 cabinet pantries.
I did that, by the way.
that was her idea. Why? Because that's another complaint that people had.
Yes.
I bought my Cheetos and somebody ate it. I have Coke and somebody ate it. So now you have your own pantry, and you're able there to lock up your groceries, and you share obviously the stove and things like that. So you have full privacy on your suite. You can come in through the main door, or you can come in directly through the outside. And each room not only has a door, but it also has windows. You can see here is the window for the bedroom number 3. So the bedroom number 1, 2, actually 1, 2, 3, 4. My architect counts this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And you see have the entrances and you have windows on every room. Shared dining room, shared laundry, walk-in closets, and each room with independent AC units.
Yep.
Anything else that I forget?
No, we said everything. Actually, just by listening to you, I forgot to mention that the room is so spacious that whomever is the tenant, they can have their little fridge in their room as well if they don't want to be sharing stuff, in the big fridge or however they can have their little fridge in their room, and literally it's having your own little studio.
Basically, it's having like 4 studios.
Yeah.
Because you're fully private.
Yeah.
So basically, what we did is we took all the complaints of people that live on co-living properties.
Yes.
That are old, that are, making it work, right, with a house that wasn't designed and engineered for it, and we're doing it. And this still has, by the way, guys, all concrete and block construction, all foam insulation.
Yes.
So the home is always going to be very, very cool. All right.
And the elevation, the walls on the inside are 10 feet, 8 feet, 10 feet.
10 feet.
10 feet.
So not only, this is something else that this I did. Not only all the roofs are 10 feet, but we're going to put recessed ceiling in all the masters.
Yes, yes.
That means that, or a tray ceiling, what it's called.
Yeah.
So basically it's going to be even 11 feet high inside the masters in there, so that you could actually feel this.
More spacious.
Correct.
It's bigger.
Correct. Do we have to do it? No, but this is Queen Homes.
Yes.
And it's not something that costs us very little to do on framing, but it's going to make a huge difference when you as an investor is renting the property.
And the fact that it's in block and concrete is a big deal, because right now a lot of builders even are changing to build in wood, and we don't do that. We do block and concrete.
And I think they put a question there on the screen, or is that me? No? Okay. All right. I don't see it, so.
No, I don't see it either.
No
Well, I'm very happy. So maybe more.
Okay. TikTok?
No.
Okay.
Okay. And if you're on YouTube, please type your question there. Okay. So, what's included on the home? What's included on the home? Because you may be thinking, okay, that sounds great. What's included? What am I buying exactly? This has the same standards as a Queen Homes. 2-year mechanical, 10-year structural warranty, steel force, hurricane-proof garage doors. In this case, we don't have a garage, but it's always included with Queen Homes. We have LED energy-saving electrical finishes, solid doors in all closets and pantry, no bifolds. We don't do bifolds. Oversized closets and pantries, mirror and lighting included in all the bathrooms, block concrete construction, granite or quartz countertops, 42-inch cabinets in the kitchen, by the way, and the bathroom, okay? Not 36 inches. Stainless steel appliances, brand new in the kitchen. All you really need to buy as an investor, or we can price it for you, will be the stackable laundry if you want to include that. So that's something that we normally don't include, but again, we can set it up for you. I think there's a phone ringing somewhere.
I think that's yours.
So 10-foot ceilings and tray ceilings in the masters. We're gonna have a patio with drivers with pavers in the back, and then green energy efficient foam insulation. Super important, guys. This is how an investor and this is how a builder, we make sure that we're never gonna have issues with AC, with people getting cool because of the foam insulation. It's a cost that we bear that is at about 15% more than regular insulation, but trust me, it's well worth it. And that's the quality that we give you as Queen Homes.
That's a lot of things that we include.
Yes, yes. So I don't know if you want to talk a little bit about some of the reviews and some of what the people say.
Yeah, of course. This is definitely the proof of the service that we give to all of our clients with Queen Homes throughout the years, and how satisfied people feel. I think that it is extremely important for you to see what other past clients have to say about how we have served to their needs, whether it's their custom home or their investment property. But we have great reviews. Actually, you can actually go to Google also and put a review for us for this webinar today. But this one says, I had a great experience with Queen Homes, specifically with Yuri Gomez. These folks sure know how to design, very elegant taste, and would highly recommend it. That was a great review. We have another one in Spanish. I'm going to do this one in Spanish. It says, tanto en mi experiencia personal como en la de comprador de la casa custom, que recomendé Queen Homes superó todas las expectativas. So literally, this is an agent actually that worked with us and brought us a client from another company for us to design their custom home. And she says that her experience as a real estate agent representing a client, and the client had an amazing experience, that we exceeded their expectations in every aspect. Tenemos otra, we have another one for here that says, oh my God, their homes are just excellent and beautiful. They have an exquisite taste for design. Thank you so much for helping me accomplish my dream. I've had the opportunity to work closely with Yuri and Janita from Queen Homes, and they really stand out, and that's how it should always be. So there's always the proof of what the satisfaction has been on this journey. Like Yuri said before, there's going to be risk. Of course, this is investment, but it makes a difference when you're working with people that not only can talk to you about construction, but can guide you to make the best and right decision for you and your family, and the design that you're putting together for the legacy that you want to create in this portfolio of investment to create the best life for you and your family.
Absolutely. And we have actually here from Rolian from Miami. When I visited the corporate headquarters and saw that this was a family business, I felt safe to invest. And we are a family business. Since 2006.
Yes.
Actually, my son even works here now. Our daughter worked here for many, many, many years.
Yes.
This is Paola Jimenez, which actually works for us and has a duplex. You know, this was from a video that we did. Mi duplex me dejó impresionada y le dije a mi esposo, wow, esto es de nosotros. So
Paola's duplex, actually, we finished it, and she had it already rented.
She's already
both
rented.
sides.
Absolutely.
Before we finished it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So we're going to talk about also warranties, because you might be saying, okay, this is great, Yuri. Talk about the risk. How do I know that the house is going to be ready when you say it is? You know, how do I know that what you're saying it's included? Like, we have investors sometimes that say, hey, in my country, they tell me this, and when they give it to me, they say, hey, sorry, we couldn't fit the kitchen, and
there were no windows.
There was no windows. We run out of money. You know, what do you want from me? Here's a key. So obviously, in the United States, very different. But we give you, when you build with us, 5 warranties. These warranties are in writing in the contract, by the way. These are not in verbally. This is not something I promise you. This is basically legal in the contract. So I'll have Janita explain the first one, and then we'll go one by one.
I love the first one. When we got together and we decided in a beach somewhere, talking about what was the service that we want to provide for our clients, I was like, wow, do we really want to do that? And we committed to it, which I don't think there's many builders, if any, that does the guarantee of pricing. Definitely, when you sign the contract, we have already done all the homework of pricing the project, of knowing exactly by the detail how much is going to cost everything, including the windows, the floor, the concrete, everything that goes into construction. So when you sign, that price that you're going to sign there, that's what it is. We're not going to change you the price. We're not going to go and tell you, oh, by the way, we missed it, and now there's, another $75,000 that we're short in the construction. So I think that just by going by this, that we are putting our word in our company on the line, guaranteeing you the price, it gives you that peace of mind that not only we have done the homework, but we are standing by the experience that we have, the knowledge and the expertise to be able to provide for you a project that is going to cost, and it's going to give you the return on investment based on that cost price that we have already given to you, not again by a handshake, but written in your contract.
Second one is a construction warranty, which we already, I think, talked about that. It's in the contract that we give you 2-year mechanical warranty, 10-year structural. And we actually give you a policy for that warranty. The first year, it's on us, absolutely everything bumper to bumper. So any questions, you call us. And after that, the company 210 basically takes over and continues that warranty for those 10 years. So that's something, by the way, somebody asked me, oh yeah, that's something that you have to give in the state of Florida. No, sir. According to the state of Florida, all the contractor should or has to give you is 30 days.
Wow, 30 days.
30 days. That's it. So these are extra things that we do that cost us money, but obviously we stand behind our product. So that's our construction warranty. Number three,
this one was also like, wow, we're actually doing this, which is the guarantee of completion time. It's very important for you to know that if you've never done or been involved in construction, that there's steps to be taken. And one of those steps is the initial one, which is getting permits. And after we get permits, we're going to guarantee you the completion time. In that contract, we're going to have all of these spelled out, including the time frame of finishing your project. And if we don't, for whatever reason, we're making ourselves accountable to it, where we are penalizing ourselves, paying you back for not completing the project on time.
So every month, basically, that we go over the project, over the time that we're telling you that we're going to finish it, our penalty is $2,000 a month to you.
Imagine that. So we're on time.
And I don't want to pay that. So we have that warranty in writing in our contract, which is also another concern of investors have. What happens if, I put this money in a condo in Miami, they told me 12 months, it's been 19 years and they haven't started.
That happens all the time.
All the time. This is a single family home. You don't have to depend on 400 other apartments for them to give it to you. So this is a single family home just for you, and then we'll finish it on the time. And if not, we'll start paying you penalties. Number 4, 48-hour clear communication warranty. What that means is that if you send us any notification in email, any questions, any requests, our guarantee is on 48 hours or less. We're going to get back to you with a resolution or tell you what are the steps that we're taking. Because another complaint the investor has is I started, never heard from those guys again. Mm-hmm. And they don't answer my phone call.
Yeah.
And they're never in the office. So we do have that in as well. And number 5.
Actually,
you're getting all the good ones.
Now that you mentioned the office, our office is located in Central Florida in Orlando. You can actually look at the address on the channel, but the address is 1743 Park Center Drive, Orlando, Florida. We've been in this area again for 22 years. We don't work from our home or the garage. We have a 9,000 square feet of office here with a showroom of Queen Home as well that we invite you. If you live actually locally, please give us a call or let us know them in the message that you want a tour of the office and the showroom, and we will be more than glad to set a schedule for you.
Absolutely. And we are good on the presentation?
Yeah, we're good.
And YouTube?
Yep.
So we're showing the warranties right now?
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. So number 5.
And you turn on your...
I did. I don't know why it's going off.
Okay. So number...
The total price transparency guarantee I was going to talk about now. Number 5, right?
Okay. Yes.
I forgot about that one. So the price guarantee, again, making sure that we're satisfying all the concerns that you may have. Like I said in number 1, you're going to have already a price set. And that price set comes from doing all the homework of doing all the pricing, all the bidding with all the contractors that we have in each project that is going to happen in the home. So we are going to guarantee you that we're going to lock. Once you sign that contract, we are able to lock every item, every contractor, every product that is going to be on that property that we're building for you. So nothing is going to change. And you're going to get to see it with your contract. You're going to see the list of how much the windows are going to cost, how much the doors are going to cost, how much the concrete is going to cost, everything line by line. And nothing is going to change from there because we have already locked it the time that you sign the contract.
So what happens during construction? Very important. During construction, so once we start construction, we have a partnership with Builder Trend. Builder Trend, it's an amazing software that basically is our portal to our clients. And you're gonna see two things that are very important if you're looking at the screen right now. One is weekly pictures of your project. So every Monday and Tuesday, our superintendents take pictures and take videos of the projects. And they post if we have past inspections, they post anything that has happened with the property. So it's total transparency. You're going to be able to see what's going on in the project as far as plumbing, electricity, everything in construction from your phone, anywhere you are in the world. And number two, we give you what is called a Gantt schedule. That basically is a live schedule where basically shows you everything that has to happen for your home to finish. And if something gets delayed, in here it will give you all the way to where the house is supposed to be done. If something is delayed, we'll automatically start adjusting it, and it automatically adjusts with everybody, with all the other subcontractors and materials and everything else. But that allows you to see a live schedule of what's going on with your specific project, which is very important. A lot of people, they just give them a date and they don't know what happened for 3 months. And here you actually can see every day what's going on with your project. And that's how we work with Queen Homes. So now we're going to talk about lots that are available in Inverness, Citrus County in Florida.
Where is that at?
So it's right here. You can see it.
Right here.
Yes. So we're in Florida, and we're good in the presentation with YouTube. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So we are here in Citrus County, which is in that area. Citrus County is about an hour and 20 from Orlando, and it's about an hour and 20 from Tampa, and it's about 20 minutes from the beach. See, this big one is in silver. You can see that, and it's about 15 minutes from Ocala. So it's basically in an area that you can still find lots for good lots, big lots for $25,000. And we have 7 of those lots available today that you can actually hold and lock the price and freeze your price. So what's around that area? A lot of people ask. Well, 30 minutes from Ocala, like I said, 20 minutes from the beach, nearby employment centers and colleges. Number 1, Citrus County Hospital is very close by. It's about 15 minutes. Actually, of the 3 homes that I have there for rental in that area that they have studios. Of my 6 tenants, 2 of them are nurses. Walmart, Kmart, Sears are around there. 12 public schools in the area. Nursing care centers in the area. Inverness Airport Business Park, which is a big business park with lots of businesses and corporations. The College of Central Florida, it also has a campus in Citrus, which there are obviously a lot of students there. The Nelland Christian Academy is right around there. Those are all the little circles that you see over there. Advent Health Ocala and the HCS Florida Hospital. It's about 20 minutes from those lots that we have there in Inverness. I didn't know the Lockheed Martin Regional Manufacturing, it's in Ocala.
Wow.
And that's thousands of employees. That just opened about 3 years ago. And that's thousands of employees. And that's about also 20 minutes, 25 minutes from Inverness. So a lot of people ask, why in that area? Now, can we do this in other areas? Absolutely. Obviously, other areas, the lots are going to be more. So obviously, the investment will be higher. Okay. But what we're going to offer today in a special is these 7 lots that we have, that we already did the due diligence, and the lots are available in Citrus County.
What happens if the clients that are watching right now the webinar, they have their lot? All right.
If they have the lot, then we need to do the due diligence. If, first of all, the lot should not be on HOA because HOAs don't like, obviously, co-living. So if you have a lot that is not on HOA, you can send it to us on the comments. We can take a look at it and let you know if we can build this house there. And then obviously we'll have to give you a price for the construction in that lot because the impact fees may change, how we do everything may change. So that's something that we got to look at. Okay, but this is the area basically where we have the lots right now available. It's the only area right now in all of this in Central Florida that we can still find lots for $25,000 to $30,000. So let's talk about the numbers. Let's talk about the numbers. You want to talk about this?
I love numbers and numbers love me.
So I'll talk about the numbers.
Well, let's try it. So right here, I'm trying to see from this side. Okay, construction costs, land costs, and total project costs. You're gonna see here if you're gonna do it financing or if you're gonna do it cash, because you can do it either way. So in the Sovereign 4, you have on construction costs $256,900, which Yuri said.
Listen to that. The whole house that we've shown you,
including the lot,
with everything that's included. No, the house is $256,900. Okay, you don't find a house for $256,900, 1,600 square feet.
Yes.
Okay, so $256,900. The lot that we have 7 of these. Is $25,000. Okay, so that we already did the due diligence on the lot. We're gonna need septic on those lots. We already checked, which is actually all the county is septic, so that's no problem. So that includes that.
You could change there, the lot, if they're building somewhere else, that it could be higher.
If they're building somewhere else, then I need to price the lot the construction based on your lot. These are lots that are about 70 or 80 feet wide, 100 to 120 feet deep, and so about 0.22 to 0.25 of an acre, and they have houses already all in there. So $25,000. We have 7 lots at $25,000, and the construction $256,000. So the total project cost is $281,000. So if you wanted to do it in cash, that's what you need. If you have $281,000 that are keeping you out at night, you have them under the mattress, you don't know what to do with it, you have it in the bank, the bank is paying you 1% a year, and then you gotta pay taxes on that. We can do that, or we can finance it. We have financing available. What does it take for you to get approved for financing? The lot has to be paid off, which it will be. You need to have 640 score, and it needs to be to the name of a corporation. These construction loans are not based on your taxes. They're not based on your income. They're not based on anything other than the project.
Do I have to have a company for many years, or can I open the company today?
We can open a company tomorrow and do this, because you are going to be the personal guarantee. The owner of the corporation is going to be the personal guarantor, and you can have husband and wife there. If 4 of you want to get together and do it, you can do it as well. It doesn't matter to the bank. So if you do the financing, basically your down payment, it's only $56,000. Okay,
which is
$56,000
from
the project cost. So
the percentage of that down payment,
30%.
30% down payment. That's what you're bringing to the table from the cost of the total project.
So the loan is going to be $200,830, and then you have closing costs about $10,000 for the loan, because you're doing a loan, and you're going to have about $8,500 that is the interest while I build. So when you put all of that together, which is the lot, the down payment, closing costs, and interest, what you need is $99,611 for
less than $100,000 to get into this project with financing.
Correct. $99,611. You can get into any of these 7 lots. That's what you need. So if you have that available right now, this promotion that we're going to announce right now is for you, because you are really ready to start one of these projects. We have the lot, we have the financing for you, And what we will do is we will meet tomorrow and choose which of the lots that you want.
And we have a special offer, right?
And we have a special offer that you'll
Yes.
know in about 3 minutes,
Yes.
which is very
I'm
interesting.
excited.
I have a lot of people that were going to buy this before. I said, no, you got to wait for the offer. So $99,000 is what you need when you finance this.
Or all
Again,
cash if they want.
Or all cash if you want to do it for $281.
Yeah.
By the way, on these lots, I need well and septic. This price includes well, septic, clearing the land, the pad, the concrete, the doors, the windows, everything with the keys in your hand, which again, we said on the warranties, that's a fixed price guarantee. So if anything were to go up 3 months from now that I'm building your home, it's our responsibility. We're not going to call you to ask you for more money. That's it. You put your down payment, which again is the lot, the down payment, closing costs, and what is under construction. So now you know that this is what you need, $99,611. Now, let's look at the P&L, the profit and loss. What happens on the rentability of this property? So this is how it works.
Beautiful. That is beautiful right there.
I haven't explained it.
That is beautiful. I see it. I can see the money coming in. Ching ching.
So you have the monthly P&L here, and you have the yearly P&L. This is basically monthly and yearly, same numbers, okay? So let's go first on your income. What's your income on this property? Your income in this property is $3,980 projected. 4 rooms, each room rents for $995. Guys, there's no rents for $995. I guarantee you, do a trial right now, put on your Facebook Marketplace, I rent a room with a suite with a master bathroom, a master suite for $995, and they're gonna blow up your Facebook because there is nothing like that for rent. So you rent the 4 rooms, $995. Remember, it's gonna take me about 8 months to build, so we have the time to find these tenants. The property manager is gonna start advertising this property, your property, 3-4 months before I'm done. So you don't have to wait till I'm done. They can start, checking on tenants and everything else for their yearly contracts. So you have $3,980, and then you have the tenant utility contribution of $95. So basically, with $95 a month, the tenant has power, water, cutting the grass, high-speed Wi-Fi, sewer, everything already in it for $95, which normally when you go rent somewhere, just the internet is $95 sometimes. So in here, it's just $95 and includes everything.
So that's how it's going to be marketed to the renter, right? That for $995, they're going to have all of that included.
$995 is the monthly rental, and $95 is the tenant utility contribution. So total is $4,360. For the tenant, it's $1,090 basically total.
That's what I was doing.
And $4,360 is the monthly income that you will have. Okay. Again, if you have questions here, please put it on the comments and let us know what questions do we have so we can answer it. So that's your income on this model of the sovereign model. Now, what are your expenses? You're going to have expenses. First of all, you're going to have your mortgage payment because you finance. If you remember, it was $200,000 what you financed. This is your payment as of today that the bank gave us. That includes principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. I'm going to repeat that again. Principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. It's good that you understand that because a lot of the questions are, what about the taxes? What about the insurance? That includes everything. $1,699, principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. Then you have property management. You're going to have a property manager. Some investors ask me, well, I want to manage it myself. No problem. I'm putting here all the expenses you could possibly have as a worst case scenario. If you don't have one of these, you make more money. But here you have $398. So if you manage it yourself, there's some investors that are retired, they want something to do, they want to manage it, you save $398 a month. If not, basically it's $398 for the property management. Then you have Wi-Fi, $75. You don't have to pay water because these are well. So I'm going to create the well and you have unlimited water for the rest of your life. So you don't need water. The power, it's about $250, okay, for the whole unit, for the whole home. And cutting the grass 2 times a month, $100. Why? Because we want the home to be beautiful outside as well. So it's obviously a brand new home. It's going to have the grass cut. It's going to be clean. It's going to be beautiful for people to live in. So one more time, mortgage payment, property management, internet, power, grass, $2,522. What you are clearing net, $1,838. That's about 22% return on investment on your money because you're clearing 22,000 and you put in 99,000. Very simple math. Your return on investment, it's always your net return. This is net, guys. This is gross income. This is net. Net investment over a year over the 99. That's 22%. What do you think, Janita?
And like I said, I love it.
You love it. Got it. So
the return. Let's talk about the return on investment for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
In a regular rental of a single family home,
7%,
exactly,
8%,
exactly,
10%. You are,
like,
laughing. You're like a dog with two tails.
Yes.
At 10% in this market. So this is why, guys, so many people are moving to this type of investment. Mm-hmm. Again, if you're an investor, you might be thinking, well, I don't want to live with 3 other people. This is not for you to live. I'm sure you have $1 million home in the beach, and you're chilling. This is for tenants and for so many people that need affordable rentals. Okay? So this is great, 22%. But this is really the reason, and you want to hear this because this is really the reason why investors do this. What happens 3 years after? Because you're holding this property. Now you have an asset in the United States.
So your recommendation is to hold, right? Not to sell it immediately. To keep it for 3 to 5 years? Or
correct. So that recommendation is always 3 to 5 years. You can do whatever you want. You can rent it for a year, sell it, and make your money. But what happens if you rent it for 3 years? First of all, you would have collected already $66,168 net of rent. And the property should be worth about $332. That's an appreciation of 5% a year, which is the average in the Citrus County, Ocala area.
Very conservative.
Very conservative, 5% a year.
Yes.
We've had some years that's gone up 7, 8, 9%. Mm-hmm. So 5% a year. If you were to sell it, between the rent that you made plus the equity, you would make profit about $116,000. That's about 116% of your return on investment.
That's why I love those numbers.
That's why she loves those numbers. So again, if you have any questions, put it on your comments. Maybe you're saying, hey, Yuri, what about this? What about that? We really have studied this a lot. We have properties for rental. Of course, we know what the
demand is.
Exactly. And what the expenses are.
Yeah.
So again, this is the reason why, guys, people do this. Number one, because of the 22%. Again, this number is coming out of the lots that I have at 25,000. I have 2 lots in Polk County that are 60,000.
So that changes.
So that changes, obviously, your return on investment. But if you say, hey, I want to be in Polk County, okay, but then you're going to need also about $40,000 or $25,000 more because you have to have the lot paid off, okay? Now, if you already have the lot, potentially, you would only need maybe $75,000. Yes. And if we build it as a primary home, you need $0. I'm going to repeat that again. If you already have the lot and you do it as a primary home and you're going to live in one of the rooms and rent the other 3, you need $0 because the bank will give you credit for what the lot is worth towards your down payment. Only in the United States of America.
Obviously, your lot has to be paid off.
Of course, your lot has to be paid off.
Yeah.
So we have different options, okay? So again, if you have any questions, let us know. Any questions on YouTube, anything like that, please let us know. I hope that we were very clear about this profit and loss.
One of the comments that I hear all the time is that sounds amazing, but I would like to build something like that close to my house. And my house is in St. Cloud or Windermere or, whatever, it's higher pricing on the lots.
So if normally those are comments for first-time investors that they live, like you said, in St. Cloud and they want their tenants right next to them.
Right.
Can we build in St. Cloud? Yes. But as an investor, you don't want to think what's close to your house. You want to think, where can you make the most money? And the way to get the most return on investment is the lowest investment cash for the most return on investment. So
we have a question to YouTube.
Okay.
It logged me out,
Okay.
so if you can read it from over there.
Where are your lots in Polk County?
We have lots in Polk County in the Kissimmee, Poinciana area. And those are the least expensive lots at about $60,000, $50,000 to $60,000 range. Again, Kissimmee, Poinciana. So in here, since you have to put 25,000, and we can go back.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
So in here, it shows a $99,611. That includes a $25,000 lot. If it's a $60,000 lot, like we have two
Right
available,
here. This number is the one that would change.
then 60 to 25, that's $35,000 more than you would need. So instead of 99, you will need about 135. But we can do it.
And
Okay.
you will still have an amazing return on investment.
You will still have a great return on investment. And again, we can build this in all Central Florida and also very soon in Tampa.
Yeah.
So if you're in Suffolk Hills, if you're in Wesley Chapel, you're in Brandon, you're in Riverview, you're in Ruskin, you're on Plant City, you're anywhere in Tampa, we can also do that as well.
What are the 7 counties actually that we build right now?
We build from Ocala, so basically Lake, Sumter, Volusia, Orange, Osceola, Polk, Marion, Citrus. That's it. And Hillsboro and Tampa as soon as we start. We're starting 2 homes in Port Charlotte right now that we can also build this as well. Okay, so just to clarify, this number 99 includes the $25,000 lot. So if you want a $60,000 lot, you gotta pay the lot of $60,000. So you'll be probably about 135. Okay, St. Cloud that you need to ask. A lot in St. Cloud for a single family is about 130. So instead of 25,000 that you will need 125 here, let's say. So you will need $200,000 basically there. So your return investment goes down because you're putting more cash. So again, we can build it everywhere, but really what you want is you want to build it in an area that is growing. Citrus is growing immensely. You have all the builders there. You know, you have there Horton, you have Bolt, you have everybody building there. And that is an area, by the way, these lots of $25,000, 2 years ago, we were buying them for $5,000 and $10,000. This is how much our lots are. Just the lot that you're buying for $25,000, a year from now, it'll probably be 30, 32. In 2 years, 40, 45. So every lot continues to go up in price. And you can lock your price today. Stop waiting for the perfect moment or the right moment. If you have those 99,000, you can lock this today. And should we give them already what the offer is?
Let's go. We have only 7 left. And today you can separate your lot tonight, right now, and get this special that we're doing today. So what is the special offer that we have?
So what are the next steps? One more slide before the special. Hold on a second.
He's teasing you with the offer.
We're almost done. What time is it? 6:35. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, and we have the next
we
one
start
coming.
another webinar at 7. Last 5 minutes. What are the steps? Number 1, you put a deposit today. Minimum deposit is $2,500. What does that do? Basically, with the $2,500, and by the way, if our team here can put the link on the comments, that would be great. The link is where you can put the deposit, okay, for 2 Queen homes. So you put a deposit today, and now you have 7 days basically if you wanted to cancel. Okay, so it's fully refundable for 7 days. But the 2 things are going to happen with the $2,500. You're going to lock this price, okay, and you're going to get the offer that is right next to that we're going to talk about. You put your deposit for $2,500 today. You lock the price. Number two, then tomorrow we're gonna have a Zoom meeting, you and me, and we're gonna show you every single lot. I'm gonna show it to you where it is. You're gonna be able to see it in aerial and maps and everything. You're gonna choose your lot. In 5 days, you basically you wire the difference of the construction deposit. So that's where on those 53,000, you will put the difference of the money that you had already put in the 2,500. And in about 30 to 45 days, that's when we close on the loan. We have permits approved and we start construction. If we start construction, we do permits approved. If we put permits this week, which is we're mid-April,
Yes.
mid-May, end of May, we should be already starting construction. That means June, July, August, September, October, November, December. You should have this home rented before end of the year.
That would be amazing.
That's my goal.
Yeah.
To have it rented for you before the end of the year. Okay. Now I'm gonna show you what the offer is.
Yes.
So we have a dollar to dollar match. What does that mean? And this is the QR code, by the way.
Yeah.
And which is the same link that my team put on the comments.
You were able
on
to
WhatsApp.
put the link?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
And this is a QR code for you to put the deposit. Okay. Remember, your deposit, it's fully refundable for 5 days. We're gonna match your deposit on a discount to the construction, up to $5,000.
That's where I wanted the fireworks again. So we have to imagine the
She don't understand
fireworks
where.
again.
Okay, we are indoors and the fire sprinklers will turn on. Wouldn't be a good look. You just did your head today. What does that mean? You can put a minimum of $2,500,
Yes.
up to $5,000. Okay, people already asking me, what if I put $50,000 down? Okay, $50,000 discount? No, I need to build a house. $5,000. So if you put $3,000 deposit today, I'm gonna match dollar for dollar on a discount. So $3,000 deposit today, I'm gonna discount $3,000 of the $256 price. The price will be $253. If you put $5,000 deposit, I'm gonna discount the $5,000 for the $256, so it'll be $251 on the deposit.
Yes.
So I'm gonna match it. Okay. So you put the deposit today. Tomorrow we meet. You choose the lot, and then you have 5 days to sign contract, wire the difference, and we start in construction. This is for investors that are ready to start this year, to stop procrastinating, because again, I'm sure that you're thinking, I've been thinking and looking at different things, and I haven't found the correct thing. Don't waste another year that passes by. This home could be done or almost done by New Year's, and you can enter next year with your new rental portfolio on the new trend of investment of co-living. Again, what is the offer? And I'll let Yanira finish. Dollar to dollar match. If you do the deposit today,
Right now.
and you're in luck because you're the 5 p.m. webinar. We have another webinar from 7 to 8:30. So at 8:30, the window closes. The 7 p.m. is super full with people.
Yes.
Because it's in Spanish, so there's a lot of people that were waiting for that. So the first 7 that they go, then they go. So I'll be announcing on the next one how many people already put. So you scan this barcode or you have the link. You have all the information that I talked to today there. And if you click in there, I want to lock my price. You go into the invoice where you can put the amount that you want to put. And again, minimum $2,500, maximum $5,000. I cannot give you more than $5,000 credit. Okay.
I was just gonna say that. What if they give you $50,000?
Nah, already people were asking me. Yeah. I'll do it all cash. No, for free. I'm gonna build it. So $5,000. So instead of $256, you put $5,000 deposit, and again, fully refundable for 5 days. So let's say you look at the lot, something happens, whatever it is, we'll give you the money back, no questions asked. After the 5 days, then you needed to put already the contract, deposit, and then if not, it becomes non-refundable. So this is really for people that are ready to take that step and seize the moment and really go after their dreams, especially with a brand new construction with all the warranties. And Yanira, finish us off on everything. I think I explained everything already.
I just want to say, my mom is 92 years old. She's going to be 93 in August this year, which we're super blessed and excited to have her with us. And yesterday, precisely, I was talking to her over the phone, and she told me something that I was like, Mom, why are you thinking about that? She was telling me about something that has gone up in pricing really high that she likes to buy all the time. And she was telling me, Yanira, I didn't realize that whatever money I used to have yesterday or a year or 2 years ago under the mattress, because she actually has cash in the house, is not value now the same. I cannot buy what I used to buy 2 years ago for the same price and the same value today. So if you're here tonight in this webinar, I am assuming that you are in that environment of having that money set aside already. You've been thinking about it, you've been considering, you've been searching, you've been looking for options, you wanted to find out what was the webinar about. So if you do have $99,000 plus saved aside, that means that you do have a very good income. And that tells me that either you invest or you just pay taxes out of it, number one. And number two, Yuri and I decided a few years ago that we wanted to build a legacy and a better quality of life for us and our family for the future, and not be so burned out with working. And we wanted to bring that to a reality with portfolio of investment, and that's what we started doing. What we're teaching you is what we are personally doing for our family and ourselves. So if you are one of those people that have been thinking over and over and over, how can I prepare for the future? How can I have a better quality of life for me and my family? How can I have a stability, financial freedom to be able to enjoy life now and in the future? This is the greatest opportunity for you. So we thank you tonight for taking this time with us. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And most of all, that we gave you information for you to have the ability to take the best decision for you and your family. Thank you so much on my behalf and Yuri Gomez, Yanira team, and Queen Homes.
Absolutely. We're going to be off live now, but if you want to put your deposit, the link is still going to be there in YouTube so that you're able to put your deposit in there. And look forward to seeing you tomorrow in Zoom, choosing your lot. Any other questions that you have, we'll have a one-on-one meeting. But lock your price. And again, it's only today. I will match your deposit dollar to dollar. Look forward to seeing you very, very soon. Again, my name is Yuri Gomez with Queen Homes, Yanira Suarez, and look forward to seeing you.
Thank you.